Hello, today we are going to be doing a little bit of Zentangle, and there's all sorts of fun books with Zentangle galore, and you can find different ideas online. I have uploaded a little Word document with several different ideas on it for you if you want to use them, but I am totally fine if you want to make up some of your own. Okay, so you're going to be needing for this project a small piece of paper. Mine's about 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. So you can cut paper. It can be a larger sheet too. It just takes a lot of time. So that's why I'm working small. And then I have my pencil and eraser. And then I'm going to be using a Sharpie pen or a thin pen, permanent pen. But if you don't have one of these at home, I'm totally fine if you use like a black pen, like a regular pen works as well. So just keep that in mind. So to start this off, we are going to draw 4 small dots on all corners, okay? And then now I'm going just to connect the dots with a line. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. If you want it to, you can use a ruler, of course. Okay, so I've connected all the lines. And now we're going to make like a Z, okay? Now the key is that you want to touch about the middle of all 4 sides. So I'm going to start kind of in the middle here and go up to the top, go down to the bottom. That's not quite in the middle, but that's okay. And then go off to the side. So I have a Z-like shape. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections you can do 4 different patterns in, okay? And these patterns can be anything you want. So you can have like zigzags. This is one of the samples from the first page. So zigzags. Oops. And then they had little dots here, like little bubbles. And you don't have to do the same ones as I am. You can do whatever one from the packet, or you can look online or make up your own. Okay, and most of them start with pencil, and then after you do the pencil, you'll trace over your lines with the marker, and then you can do a little pencil shading. Okay, and you get the idea. And I've got one that I've got a little bit farther along, so you can see this one. So let's say if I want to do my next one, section here, I think I'm going to do like some crisscross little lines. Then I'm going to have the lines going this way. So it's kind of like a checkerboard, but they're a little softer, almost like pillows. And then on this one they have a little curve in all the sections. And it takes time. This is one of the main reasons why we're working so small, because the little sections take some time. And I personally like to do all my drawing first with pencil and then the Sharpie. But if you want to draw a section, use Sharpie, finish each section at a time, that's fine. There really is no wrong way. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with. And let's finish with this section. Okay, and then they have, on this one, they have like a dark little mark on the inside, almost like a flower. And then I would trace over all this with marker. But I'm going to move on to my next one. My next one, maybe I'm going to do lines again. This time it's going to be a little straighter. Okay, and then I'm going to have it kind of zigzag up and down, up and down, up and down. And then the next one's going to be the same thing, just kind of following my designs. It's kind of like a chevron pattern. This is another one of the Zentangles patterns that they actually have created. They all have fun names to it. And then you always want to remember, trace, if I can get this marker cap off, trace your pencil lines. Trace all of these lines. The only ones I didn't trace are the dots in the corner, so that's kind of up to you if you want to trace them. So going up, down, up, down, up. And on this one, they have every other one colored in. So like I'd color in this section here. And this is where it takes some time if you have some coloring in. And if you want to, this thin marker, if it's not working fast enough and you have like a regular Sharpie, like a regular fine point, you can use that to color in a large area. And I'm not doing as nice of a job as I usually like to. There's some little spaces like this I would go back in and color that. But I'm just kind of going through this a little quicker just so you get the idea of what we'll be doing. So I've colored in this section, skip a section, color in the next one. And then after this, I'm going to do some pencil shading. So this is one of those projects you don't have to erase your pencil lines before you move on, because when I shade this, it will make those unwanted lines kind of disappear. And we've done some practice shading. Put the cap on nice and tight. And then with this one, I'm just gonna kind of shade kind of up in the bottom and up the center of just one side. So it eventually gives it almost like a shadow. I'm using the side of my pencil because it's super sharp. And I can go back in here and darken up this one a little bit. So have fun with it. If you don't get to the pencil shading, that's fine. And you can see I kind of did some shadows like around here where it's kind of overlapping on this one. And this one I just shadowed around the edges. So have fun with your Zentangle. Just remember you start off with the 4 dots in the corner, draw a line, then create kind of your Z, making sure you touch all 4 sides in the middle-ish. And then always start your drawing first with pencil. Then you can use a Sharpie marker or Sharpie pen or just a regular black pen to trace over, and then do some coloring. So I hope you have fun with your Zentangle. Bye-bye.